everyone. It's Edwin from Wake Up Learn. How much does your phone know about you? Or is it snitching on you? You often hear stories about, people and they knew the whereabouts of their phone or they got into their data. Everyone knows about, looking at phone calls and text messages, which is actually it's pretty useful, especially if you need some memory jogs of who did I call last or what someone's phone number was or what their text message was. But your phone or whatever device you're using knows a lot about you. Actually, it can be pretty useful for memory. If it's shared, in recent months, there's been a lot of debate on how much information is shared between different companies, and companies are becoming more forthcoming with information they're sharing. But the amount of information is amazing. Like I said, everyone knows about, okay, it knows my location, so I have location services. But the interesting thing about location services, it not only, most of your phones, especially if you go into your settings, and now sometimes, at least on iOS devices, it talks about privacy. And it knows how often you go somewhere or where you spend a lot of time, and that's stored in the phone. And I haven't looked recently, but in recent versions, it can, if you notice your parents have a Wi-Fi, that Wi-Fi address will be in there. And when you go to their house, like, oh, this is a frequent location that you go, and it even has how often you stay there. So that actually it helps to see, what did I go over Bob's house? If you're having trouble remembering something, but it's just interesting that it knows where you go and keeps track of where you went. So that's something to be aware of. Of course, you could always leave your phone, but as most people are attached to their phones pretty much nowadays, and it's pretty interesting. Another thing is about your photos. So of course, you may have photos that you don't want to share with people, especially the general public or your other family members. And it's interesting that, now the software is smart enough, and it's been helpful. Of course, we know that it can identify faces. They can actually identify what you're doing, which is really useful for finding photos. You can say, well, show me pictures of a beach, and it'll pull those pictures up for your archives, or show me pictures of a party. That was one really kind of threw me when it said, show me pictures of a party, and it'll look for cakes and groups of people and start identifying them. So not only that is it keep track of the picture, it knows what's in the picture. And that was pretty interesting. And I've known for years that it always kept the location of where the picture was taken, which is very useful for vacations. When, say, you're in Jamaica or somewhere, and families in Jamaica, it's like, where are those photos at? And, they may be scattered over the days, or you may not know right away when they were, or may not have the date on them. But location services are on. You can click on the map. And, Jamaica, and I'll pull up all your pictures of those, and that's a lot of information that's shown. We continue. Share me some other stories of what you find that your phone has, devices that you were shocked to find out that it kept track of. Take care, and we can continue talking on the subject. It's Edwin from Wake Up Learn.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.